I just got access to Robinhood's newest social media platform, Robinhood Social. I was able to somehow get it. I had to ping Vlad publicly on Twitter, and I don't know if it was him or someone else in his team that saw it, but your boy ended up getting access. So in this video, I'm going to touch a little bit on what it looks like right now. It's a very bare bones. I think there's only about 1,000 people on the app right now. Frankly, I land on the For You page every time I post there. So I'll let you know my literally, first experience using it after the first hour or so being on it earlier today. And just jump into what the potential of it may be. So if you don't know, Robinhood actually first started off as a social media app. And I didn't realize this, but I think this was back in 2016, 2017 when they first launched. It really was supposed to be kind of like a engagement platform. I mean, and maybe, a lot of you may know about stock twits and those different types of kind of financial, social platforms that used to exist. Stock twits, ironically enough, I remember using that back in the day. That was actually really fun. Base tried doing this, if you were familiar with the Base app, but they were going the other way, right? They were crypto focused, then they tried to become a social app, and it just kind of never really worked, and they ended up scrapping it. So Robinhood is now throwing their hands back into the ring, but it's funny because they're not necessarily starting from zero. They've done this before, right? This originally was the whole idea of their company, because again, it's crazy to think about. And just using the app, you can kind of tell, again, very bare bones right now. You can post. Every post currently has to be tied to a financial activity. So if you're buying a stock, if you've sold a stock, if you've used a prediction market, if you've leveraged or something, anytime you post, there needs to be a financial activity attached to it. So that's the first thing that stands apart from a lot of different social apps that financial social apps that I've noticed, and it kind of gives more, you could say, weight to every post that someone makes, because there's a financial backing to it. You can't just shit post for the hell of it, right? And if you do, you need to somehow show that you're actually using the platform somehow, some way. And obviously, no one's going to interact with you most likely if it's nothing related to what you purchased or the action that you did. The other thing was Robinhood Social. You can only use it if you have a Robinhood account, meaning that every account, because every account is KYC'd, every account is a person, which should be obvious, but if you go on Twitter, if you go to any other social media platform, there's tons of bots, there's tons of people that are just not people, right? There's literally just agents, AI agents and stuff like that. This is the first social media platform that I've used that you could 100% say that every person is an individual, because they need to use KYC to sign up for Robinhood to begin with. So it's not like you can go to robinhoodsocial.com or something like that and sign up without a Robinhood account. You literally need the Robinhood app to even access this part of their platform, which is, again, now the social side. So there's going to be incredible value to that, knowing that every person that's on the platform is a person, and every post that they make has to have some of their financial value attached to it. You can kind of see where, it may not be a news-oriented platform, for example, an X is currently, or even a YouTube, but you could argue that this may be a platform that will attract very high very high net worth social graphs to be created, unlike the type that's ever been created before, to be honest. Again, I'm kind of trying to look in the future to see where this stuff is going. The other thing I think that, and this is kind of just my take, just again, first hour or two using it, is that I have a sneaky suspicion that what'll work the best with this app is really high influence kind of traders, financial influencers, stuff like that. They'll have a great time on this app because they can show that they're actually putting their money where their mouth is when they talk about these different companies or whatever they may be. And group chats with friends, close people that are close to you. I don't think the traditional timeline is going to work like it does on the other platforms. And I just say that because I've noticed on different social media platforms, you kind of stop using them when you don't know who is on your timeline, right? A lot of people still use Facebook, a lot of people still use Instagram, a lot of these different platforms, mainly because there are people that that use them, and that's why you go on every day, which sounds obvious, right? But, seeing what all of those people that you see every day, seeing where they're putting their money, it's not a normal thing. It really is. Venmo, I guess, kind of does that, right, in a way. But like besides that, it's not really a normal thing. And to the extent that it is, I think it'll really be mostly the people that are closest to you, because you're not going to care what Joe Schmo is doing, or what they're buying, or why they're buying it, right? Unless maybe they have a feature to like follow a stock, follow a particular company, and then you can see what people are posting about it and maybe why they're buying or selling it. I think there'll be specific ways to curate this social platform to make it work, but I don't think it's going to work. Like, I don't think the approach of like a general timeline thing like Twitter does, I don't know if that'll necessarily fit with the Robinhood Social app. Nonetheless, I'm very excited for it. I'm also just really happy that I somehow got access to it. Apparently, there's only 1,000 people on the app right now. Like I said, I was able to post last night. I think I bought into a prediction market saying that the price of oil was going to go above $4.40 per gallon. And in the post, I'm like, I drive an electric car, but at the same time, I don't mind losing this $5 if this doesn't actually happen, because $4.40 per gallon is insane. So like. And it showed obviously the prediction market thing where I bought it. You see it on the screen right now, and people can buy into the same thing if they want to. I don't recommend you do it because I don't know if it'll go that high, but like it's a really cool platform. I think I think they can do a lot of interesting stuff with it. They just have to be very opinionated on who they obviously onboard to begin with, and the features that they add as time goes on. I'll probably try to make some more videos about it as they improve it and fix bugs, because obviously very, very early stages, like, there are definitely some bugs here and there that have to be fixed, but that's why they've only onboarded literally a handful of people. So let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for Robinhood Social? I wanted to make this video because literally last night, before I went to sleep, I'm like, holy shit, they gave me access. So very excited about that. And let's see, I don't know. I think if there's any company that can do it, it'll probably be Robinhood. I thought Coinbase might have been able to do it, man, but I think they just had way too many features in that app, and it was just way too complicated. I like Robinhood's approach of starting simple, stocks, you can see what people are trading, and you need that to post, and that's it. And then going from there, seeing what people like, seeing what they don't like, etc. Let me know what you guys think, and at some point, if there's a link that you guys can follow me on there, I'll let you know. But I don't think there's a link, so I wish I could send it. By the way, it's the same app as Twitter, I think. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.